think I got it now. Huh, what happened now? Waiting for me to go live. Did I not hit the final button there? It said 3, 2, 1 that I am live. You say I am live. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, there is quite a delay on that. All right, so let's see if I can see the live chat. Hey, y'all. So I am just going to be fiddling around out here, cleaning up some stuff. I'm going to show you guys a couple of things I picked up yesterday I'm pretty excited about. This was a surprise live. Nobody knew I was going live. Heck, I didn't know I was going live, but I thought I've got to be out here doing stuff. I might as well show y'all what's going on. It's lightning out. It's thunder outside, so that was weird. I was like, what's that? So cool, cool, cool. First off, let me start gathering some of the seed stuff I need to have ready. Last time we did this, I put a bunch of stuff in these containers, but I think I have a better way now. I want to show y'all what I found. And I think I'm still going to need to figure out some better ways to do it. But, y'all, I had heard about these little totes, but I had not seen them. And we were in the big box store yesterday, the blue one. You know, since they don't sponsor me, I don't need to give them any other props. Except I actually do need to tell you guys about a couple of things. So, they had these. Is that just not the cutest box? And what I like is it's deeper than the box that I was using, and they were on sale for $2.50. I like that they're black. I like that it closes. I like that they'll stack. These are, they say they're 2G containers, but they had them at the blue big box store, which it's called Lowe's. So, Lowe's, I'm going to whisper it here. So I'm thinking this might be the solution that I am looking for here. And so what I did before is I just had these clear totes, and I wrote just a little word on there. I will make some nice labels for the outside. But I can't, like, everything has to lay down. It can't sit up. And so I wanted something where I could maybe put in some index cards or put in some dividers and be able to see a lot more of what's happening in the packet instead of just relying on flipping through. And so let me show y'all. Well, it almost fits all the way down. These tall packages from the Asian store don't fit quite as well. Let's see. Nope, they fell over, but I could leave enough room in there that they could lay and lean a little bit. So we will see. If you're in the chat, I see some new folks came in. If you're in the chat, tell us hey and tell us where you're at. I am literally just doing some cleanup out in the garage and thought I would turn the camera on and see if I could figure out how to make it work out here, because it's about to storm. And I am recovering from a migraine, which means that being out in the bright sun does not feel very good to me. And so there is part of the challenge. But now that I've done this, I got to figure out a divider for them, but that's okay. This is definitely, I mean, check that out. It's going to hold a lot of seeds. I got enough of them to cover everything I want to do. And honestly, even with that, I could just fold down the top. I could just fold down the top and then they'll fit in there just fine. So I'm very excited about that. If y'all are in the chat, feel free to say, hey, I'm trying to pay attention on my little phone here while I got the other phone over there. I would like to know how the audio is, if anybody would let me know. I kind of checked it. It seemed okay to me. You know, where this is going to be troubling is for these tiny packets. They're not going to stand up by themselves. So this may not be perfect, or I may just decide I really like it. And it also might make it easier to organize. So really, job one is just getting all of the seeds into the right containers. I plant a lot of Asian stuff, so I have one whole container dedicated to just Asian seeds. So that works out really, really well. Oh, goody. I've got a mystery seed on my hand here. Mystery seed. Oh, no, we don't need to talk to you. Go away. There we go. Mystery seeds, mystery seeds. I am betting that they are, let me see if I can get closer. I am betting that these are probably some sort of radish, because I saw the radish was open, so let's take a look in there. Let's see, I've got a radish open. Let's take a peek. Hey! Green Cove Springs, yeah, we're not too far apart. I'm in Southwest Duval. So, sorry, I just had to have a little fun there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you're following us. I love interacting on here with folks and getting to know what they're growing. How is your garden? Oh, yeah, I think I found the culprit. How is your garden growing? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I am going to confidently put these right back into a mini daikon pack there. Mini daikon pack. Michelle, hey Michelle, I'm glad you're here. I wasn't going to plant the seeds without you. I decided just to come on and play around with organizing seeds. Now that a few of y'all have popped in here, I just want to show you. I found these containers at the Blue Box store. The Blue Box, big box store. Lowe's is what I'm talking about. And I know y'all can hear me do that because I'm talking in the mic. But they were $2.50. They're tall enough to fit all my packets. And I think eventually I'll get a little filing system in here. Where is Keely when you need her? She will tell me exactly what I need to do. But I think I may slice some folders, old folders and stuff, and just actually even make dividers and turn it into a nice little flippable, readable, lookable thing. So that is good. That is good. Can y'all hear the lightning and I mean, you can't hear lightning. Can y'all hear the thunder? I would like to know that. So I managed to get all of my Asian seeds in here and still have a bunch more room. So that's cool. And so I might even start putting the right kinds together. I also could just make some little dividers or something for in here. So I like this. I like this. So I'm going to take, I'm sure there's more Asian stuff to go somewhere like right here. More radish seeds. Imagine that. Y'all, I've got more seeds than I should have. But what I have discovered, a few things actually. And maybe y'all already knew this, but one, I shouldn't be storing them in the garage. It is too hot in here. It is getting too hot. And seeds are living things, right? Seeds are living things, and storing them in the hot garage is not ideal. So I am trying to get them all into darker containers to reduce the amount of light. And I'm going to get them better organized so I can take them in the house and pull them out when I need to plant a particular type of seed. I was using these boxes, and I'm probably repeating myself, but a few new folks have dropped in. I was using these boxes, which is fine, but then I'm still digging. So not that this is much better yet, but I think it will be. I think it will be. I'll probably have to sit down once I get them in here. maybe I'll just sit and look at this real quick. So putting the eggplants together, putting the cabbage together, pepper, home peppers. Let's see, different kind of eggplant. Oh, I think I've shown y'all that eggplant before. Look at this. This is weird having this so far away. I think maybe I need to move the camera a little bit closer. Let's see. Let's see what happens if I do that. Oh, sorry. Because I'm using the better. How is that? Let's see if that's better. Up. No, I'm way over there. Boy, it takes a minute. Oh, you heard the thunder? Good. Okay, so no, I've got to move it that way a little bit. Let's go that way a little bit. There we go. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. Oh, there comes the rain. Yay! Yay. The only bad part about finally having rain is we haven't had very much rain, and I have got a 40 or 50 tomatoes on out there in the Roma tomato patch, and so who knows what's going to happen if we get too much rain. They're not ready to pick yet. Okay, so this was the cool eggplant I was talking about. Let's see how that shows up on the camera. And the delay is pretty interesting here from when I'm saying it. Let's see, there we go. Y'all see that okay? That's a pretty cool looking eggplant. I thought I planted that this year, but clearly I did not because it's still right here. Plenty of wing beans. I don't know why I have so many radish packages and open even, like, Lord have mercy. All right, so there's, I think I have enough daikon radish to last a minute. There's no need to open a new one. I do think I should get some Scotch tape or, not right this second, but get some Scotch tape or some paper clips to keep them from all falling out. So there we go. And we got sweet pumpkin seed. We got Chinese cabbage. I'm going to put that in the greens. We've got beans. I've got another bean stack over here. I'm not going to worry about my saved seeds so much. More yard-long beans. Thai eggplant. Oh, but wait. More daikon radish. Let's see, wing bean. And then a whole bunch of my greens here. Let's see, so do we have a squash? We got pumpkins over there. Patsoi. Eggplant. Loofah. More greens. More greens. And this is vertical. I know I'm usually live from my office or somewhere else and I've got it horizontal, but it didn't seem to work from my phone to go horizontal. So hopefully y'all are watching and it doesn't look too crazy for you. Let me see what Michelle said. Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain all week here, and so that's good. Less watering, but now I have to think about fungus and stuff because, you know, there is a fungus among us when we get busy in the garden. See, that is really an herb. That's culantro, and then the rest is all saved stuff. So we have got wing beans. So that's good. You know, actually even I might think about putting the different ones in a subcontainerous. All right. We got eggplant. We got peppers. We got greens. We got daikon radish. We got the other beans. And we have some gourds. So that to me, y'all, that looks gorgeous. What do y'all think? Hey, Michelle said she hasn't planted daikon yet. I will say it is, I have not successfully grown very much of it. It is definitely a winter thing. But here's the thing that's really interesting about it is, depending on how you're growing, I understand that farmers actually will use big batches of daikon radish in their fields as ground breakers and just leave them in the field. And so they're their cover crop. They'll plant them and let them grow in and just start opening up the ground. I don't know if that's in conventional farming or not, but I thought that was very interesting. But I definitely need to grow more of those because we love some kimchi around here and we love eating them, but I never seem to figure it out. We did decide, oh, and Thai eggplant home saved. We did decide yesterday though, or at least we're 80% toward a decision, that I'm gonna look at getting a greenhouse for this side of the creek because, and I'll tell you, it's a silly but driving factor. My Thai eggplant that I overwintered has produced like insanely. And I don't know if it's just because it had more time to get down roots or what, but it was cut back. It was back down to only being this tall, but it had all those roots going under the ground. I have harvested probably 3 or 4 pounds of Thai eggplant already, which is a lot, but also not a lot because we can pickle them. We can use them to make curries. They can be eaten raw with other dishes if you want to. But I thought, man, are there other things that if I had a little greenhouse set up where it had the light every day and I didn't have to manage every single thing about it, would that be better? And so I have tried a greenhouse before. I bought one of the cheap plastic ones. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about saving up because we got to save up to do these things in the garden. I'm talking about saving it up and getting kind of a real greenhouse and maybe replacing part of what I have growing on the fence side, for those of you who know the yard, on the fence side with that. So yeah, overwintered peppers. Yeah, and peppers could be overwintered. I didn't dig them up and bring them in the garage or anything like that. And yeah, would that be cheaper? Yeah, probably. Or just to overwinter them in the garage, though that would still require some heat because, oh man, that thunder. That does get it definitely more, still has to be managed. Either way, it would have to be managed and figured out a little bit. So definitely something I'm considering. The other side of that is that we have a number of citrus trees that do okay over winter, but would do better with just a little bit more protection than I can give them out in the meadow. So I don't know. We're playing with the idea. It won't be this year. That's on the 2027 plan, I think. I don't think it's going to be in 2026. We'll see. Cool. All right. So we got Asian done. I may find other seeds as I go, but we'll mark Asian off the list for now. And then some of these other ones might, like I have brassicas. And I have greens. I don't think I have so many that I can't put brassicas and greens together. I'm looking for my greens. That's all my flowers. Leeks, onions, chives, squash, melons. Huh. Are they right here and I just didn't see them? I'll be right back. I'm not going far. You guys can still hear me. Oh, they're sitting right here on the top. So yeah. So I think the brassicas and the greens can go together. And then all of my brassicas are, and look, I've got the microgreen or the bulk packages from True Leaf. I think that this is big enough. Oh, this is going to be the true test. Is it big enough for a True Leaf pack? Yes! Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scream. I got on a microphone. So big enough for a True Leaf pack. That's good. And so I can put my brassicas and my greens in here together. That'll be big enough for that. And it's not quite wide enough for my standard seed envelopes this way, so I'll just turn them this way. If you are in Hey, good suggestion, Michelle. Good suggestion, Michelle, putting them together, because they do. They should be planted at the same time. If you are, I think we have somebody watching who's from Green Cove Springs, and welcome, neighbor. If you are looking to buy some seeds locally and you want to buy in bigger bulk, now I bought these a few years ago, so the price has probably gone up. But I mean, look at how many seeds this is for a couple of bucks at Standard Feed. They have really good prices on bulk seeds over there, and they're in downtown Jacksonville. So let's see, that's a good idea. Kale, rutabaga, mystery seeds. I think they're cabbage though. I think I remember. Oh no, what's in here? Yeah, these are probably home seeds, because it's got I've got the outside edges with them. I'm pretty sure that's cabbage. I'm pretty sure, like the kind we grew for making microgreens, but we let them grow out. So let me move that out of the way. Every time I get a few mystery seeds, I'm going to dump them in the big one, and then we're going to make a big. I had planned, if you guys know the garden, I had planned to do a chaos bed in between where I had the bananas. And unfortunately or fortunately, I have a volunteer pumpkin in there that is insane. It is insane. I've never had a pumpkin. Ooh, the lights are flickering. I've never had a pumpkin, grown pumpkin before. I've grown like the little ones, but I've never grown like the jack-o'-lanterns, and I think that's what this is. The leaf is as big as this, one leaf. So, interesting. Alrighty, I was organizing these. Rutabaga, kale, broccoli, more kale, mystery seeds, turnip, that's a root, Brussels sprouts, collards, cauliflower, kohlrabi. I thought I saw another kohlrabi somewhere. I did not do good with my kohlrabi. More kale and more kohlrabi. There's the other kohlrabi. I did not do good with my kohlrabi this year. I don't know if I just didn't do something right, but it just made stems and lots of leaves, but it never bulbed up at all. So chaos, yeah. Pretty much everything is chaos here. If you are looking for a garden channel that just shows you what's really happening, if you're just dropping into the live and you want a garden channel where everything is not perfect and the person talking is just learning right along with you, this is the place. I'm starting to feel confident about giving advice on things because I've had a few years experience now. I've been growing at this garden for the last 7 years, but really very seriously just for the last 4, and only very mediocrely. Though I get a lot of food, so the mediocre method is working for me. The mediocre method, yeah, but say that real fast. I had a migraine flare for over 3 weeks, and so I'm just coming out of that. So y'all haven't seen any videos from me. Almost no single one-day projects. I have been in ice hats and dark glasses, and it has been less fun than finding torpedo grass in your garden bed. Less fun. So we have got lettuce, chard, more lettuce, more chard, more lettuce. Okay, so we got those organized together. And we're going to call these greens and brassicas. I will make some labels. I don't think I brought labels out here with me today. Any extra seeds we'll dump in there for the future chaos. Future chaos. But for now, this will work. Plus, I'm smart enough to open it up and look and figure out what's in there. So I know what zone you're in, Michelle. Oh, I'm looking down the phone here because I can see the texting here. Oh, good. Oh, congratulations on your green stalk, Audrey. That is great. That is great. I really enjoy growing in the green stalk. It's taken a little getting used to. I will tell you, especially where we live, probably the single biggest piece of advice I can give you is pay attention to how you plant in it, because if you follow what used to be the explicit instructions to just fill the top and then let the rest of it run through, or fill the top and then fill it until it starts running out the bottom, I have found that's still not quite enough where we live. And so I tend to fill the top, and then I tend to, depending on what I'm growing in there, I tend to just spray some of the levels a little bit too. Now, if you're watering consistently, which is not my strong suit, it may not be a problem, but I have found that for me, for the most part, the tops stay nice and damp and the bottoms don't get quite as much moisture. And so maybe it's the other way. Maybe it's things that don't need quite as much in the bottoms, but that's just my personal take. You may be much better at this than I am. I have sort of a routine for watering, but it never seems to matter. I always forget to water the green stalks. That's the consistent thing I do. I forget to water. That's the consistent part in my garden. So yay. All right, we got Asian, we got brassicas, we got greens. Don't that look pretty? Don't that look pretty? Oh, actually now that we got a couple of people here too, there was something else I wanted to show you. Audrey, I don't know if you get into Orange Park very much, but I was in the blue store there in Orange Park, Lowe's, and again, I say this because I'm not sponsored, though I have discovered that I can tag products and can earn a commission on them. And so if you see me tagging products and it's something you want to buy, it just helps support the channel. It just helps support the channel. But this particular thing here, this is a Orbit. It's a 1 outlet, but it is normally a $40 item. And they have these on clearance, and they have a bunch more. They have if you go to that particular store, Audrey, at least in our area, this was the Orange Park store. They had them in the center aisle over there with a bunch of other clearance and Father's Day stuff, $13.99 or $14. So $26 off, like, what's that, almost a 60% or 65% discount. And they still had some hanging out in the garden area. So if you are looking for a timer, I haven't figured out how to use it yet, but it's actually cheaper than the mechanical timer. Of course, I didn't check to see what kind of batteries I need. I bought batteries for something else. This takes AA batteries. So I'm going to play with this and see, because it lets you set up super simple. What is the interval? 2 hours, 4 hours, and it looks like it's just an actual dial. Then the times are set at the top, and then how long you let it go for. So if you want to set a time to start at 8 a.m., if you want to do every second day, every third day, and then how long you want the water to be on. So that may help as well. But it's a good pickup. It's a good pickup if you want to check that out. And it may be on sale at all the local Lowe's. I can tell you when I scanned it with the Lowe's app, it didn't come up on sale, even though I was in that store. So it also could just be an overstock in my store that they're trying to get rid of. The kind of cool thing about being in Florida, as we lean into July, things start going on clearance for the garden, and that is the time to start picking them up. Hey, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers. I was a Steeler fan most of my life. Actually, I still am a fan of the Steelers. But, you know, a few years ago in this area, I don't know, 3 decades ago, they got this team that has some cats and stuff. And so I try to pretend like I'm a local fan, like I'm supposed to be. But excellent, excellent, excellent. But definitely go check out your stores on the Lowe's deal. And these were $2.50 for one of these. Apparently, these are hot little numbers. I picked up 10 of them, and there were a few left. And the young man that was helping me said, oh, I restocked this thing fully this morning. They have all sold out today. So how about that? So these are pretty cool. I'm going to have another sip of water. I am just out here in the garage. There is no grand plan today. I am just cleaning up. Mrs. Michelle works nights, so she is in the dark cave sleeping. It's raining. I can't go outside and play. So I thought I would play in the garage with you guys. So thanks for coming to the playhouse. And the Chaos Mansion, maybe I should call it. I got to grab some more seeds so we can sort some more. Oh. Speaking of chaos, this is what I did this year is as I planted things, I literally made a box called active. So all of these guys need to be filed into the right container. I'm not going to do that right this minute. I am just going to carry on with sorting what I already have. But maybe if y'all are still hanging out and want to, and I get done with everything else, we'll start putting things back where they belong into the different containers. That might be good. I know I have talked about the seed clubs that I belong to, the Urban Harvest. I still love this. Her seeds come in simple packages, but she includes these postcards with them. So I will definitely make sure those make it into the seed boxes too. You can never have too many. Oh, I found it. That's the future chaos garden. That is all the things I've been finding that I don't know what they belong to, and we're going to plant them. So, okay, we're not going to work on active right this second. We are going to take a look at tomatoes and peppers and avocados and old pepper seeds. So we're gonna file this. I missed. We're gonna file this in the round container because that's all dried out terrible. And I'm going to put the round container closer so I don't miss next time. Thank you for stepping in. If y'all are just peeking in on us, this is Michelle, and I am out in my garage doing crazy things. Something else crazy going on out here. Do y'all remember when I was talking about saving seeds from peppers? My neighbor passed me a pepper, and so I was drying off the seeds, but I clearly didn't dry them well enough. And so they started sprouting, so I added some water and covered them. They're just sitting literally on a paper towel. We may pot these up today too. So we're going to have a plethora of peppers. This perfectly, I don't know, whatever, precipitated passion. I don't know. I'm being crazy now. The weirdest part with the, another night stalker. Yeah. Oh, got on Amazon, would add a picture. Yeah, if you go to, thank you, Michelle, for helping Audrey. That's what I love, y'all. I love this about y'all. Y'all just make my heart so happy. Everybody wants to help each other. We have a community tab inside of inside of YouTube. So if you're looking at my channel on your YouTube app on your phone, you might have to slide the little banner that says videos, shorts, lives, but somewhere in there is either it says posts or community, and you can post pictures in there. It's newish. It's been around for about a year. Our group hasn't quite figured that out yet. And I do a lot of tech for a living, but the YouTube stuff baffles me from time to time. So it is all good. Okay, next up, tomatoes and peppers. Okay, what else should go in with the tomatoes and peppers since they're both my summer crops? Maybe eggplants if I have regular eggplants. I think that makes sense. Tomato, 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 tomato. Instructions. Saved seeds. Oh, y'all were with me when I wrote this. Probably jalapenos. the probably jalapenos, more bell peppers, some kind of chili, and an unknown pepper that was white. Isn't that, oh, the white is an unknown pepper. Do y'all save seeds like this, or is it just me? I have enough bell pepper seeds to last a really long time. Oh, tomatillos are another good thing to go in here. More tomato, cayenne pepper for drying. Who knew there were different ones? Eggplant, okay, good eggplant here. Jalapeno, tomatillo, ground cherry tomato, more tomatillos, capsicum, chirosa. So we'll see, that's a pepper. That's definitely a pepper. And tomatillo. Oh, eggplants. All right. And this is a pepper. This is from One Mellow Marigold, y'all. She's very generous. She buys something from her store and she gives you seeds. She sent me some lemon drop squash seeds. And my family is now in love with this squash, which is really kind of cool because I like squash and I like cooking squash and I like eating squash. Oh, Jennifer, I haven't seen you on the channel in a long time, but I still have a few more of your seeds left there. Tomatoes, more tomatoes, peppers. Audrey, you are very welcome. I wish you guys would post more pictures in there. I should post more pictures in there. I would love to see what's growing on in your gardens too. I enjoy being on YouTube. It's a little hobby of mine, you know, and the hobby helps pay for my garden. I put most of my earnings back into the garden. When it's a big sale season on the garden beds, I earn more commissions because you guys are kind enough to use my discount codes, which gives me credit, which allows me to buy more stuff, to test, to try out, and then tell you what's working for me. I will tell you guys though, even though I have not been quote unquote around as much over the last, 6 or 8 weeks or so, I have been trying to grow stuff. I've been failing a lot. And there's probably going to be pictures that show up eventually in some video. I have failed a lot. So I have been trying all kinds of growing indoor things. I think I have enough of these peppers growing that I'm going to say goodbye to those. Seems crazy, but I have, I don't know, a few thousand at this point over here. We'll put all the loose ones into the mystery bin. We'll get those later. Put these into the chaos bin. All right, and now tomatillos, and then all the peppers. So we got tomatoes in the back section here, unknowns that are in little containers that look like tomatoes, a spicy peppers. We got all the spicy peppers and saved peppers here, and some eggplant. We don't eat a lot of traditional eggplant, so we got that. So let me put that there. Anything else? What do y'all think? Is there anything else that belong in with the peppers and tomatoes that I should think about? Maybe okra, corn, and hibiscus. Those don't take up a lot of space, and those are all definitely sort of planted out in succession, planted at the same time. So because this container is big, it's got lots more room in it. So let's do that. We're going to add in okra. Let's see, let me put this on my lid. That says others. The others, here we go. There's my little sticker. Put it on the lid. Put it on the lid. We got okra. Y'all, the okra is coming on up. I started more than 50 okra plants, and like I had almost 100% germination. I have planted so far probably 32, and I may have the other 18 or so sitting out there. I did not get the corn going this year. I think it's too late for me to even fool around with corn. Let's see what the back of the packet says. Oh, March through August, so maybe it's not too late to try some corn. Now, to figure out where I would plant it. Because I have, a lot of things have taken over in a lot of places here. It's kind of interesting. Okra, more okra. But you know what? I've got some loose okra seeds here. Guess where they're going? Chaos bin! Boom! What the heck am I doing? Alex! Michelle says it just makes more sense to group by season. I feel good for the first time. Well, yesterday, it started on Friday, I started feeling better. But it's the first time I have felt good in weeks, Alex. And I was at the big blue box store yesterday, and they had these cutie patootie containers that I have right here. And I want to reorganize my seeds into these containers. They hold a whole lot. And so I figured Mrs. Michelle is asleep. Nobody comes into the garage because they're always afraid I'm going to put them to work. And so I can be by myself out here in the garage and sweat with you guys and get a little sweat equity going and start resorting my seeds that we started into better containers, because I've got to get them out of the garage. It is too hot in here. It is too hot in here. So that is what I am doing, my friend. And we're just hanging out. It is really no agenda. I just was like, heck, I'm just going to turn on the camera, see what happens while I go live. Maybe folks want to hang out. Maybe they'll tell me to bugger off. Maybe nobody will show up. But it is all good. So, oh, good. Yeah, I am feeling better. I'm still trying. I might have to go. What's going on here? Why ain't you going on? Oh, okay. I might have to go get my little ice hat and put on because it's a little tender, feeling a little tender. But I was able to function today without drugs other than caffeine. And so there's that. So would y'all be patient with me while I go grab some caffeine in my ice cap, because it is hot in here. I will be right back. I will be right back. And so, oh, Audrey, you got the watering system? That's fabulous. Check that out. And again, this, by the way, I picked up at the big box store. That was 14 bucks, normally 40. I'll be right back. Oh, I forgot I am mic'd up. I'm glad I didn't talk to anybody while I'm wandering through the house. That's hilarious. Oh, I'm glad there was no internal monologue going on, because I completely forgot that I'm mic'd up. That is. Yeah, that was a really, really good price, Audrey. These were $2.50. They're normally around $3, but they don't have them very often. But I'm excited about that. By season is a good idea. I like that idea. Let's scoot this one back out of the way. But yeah, I thought this was a really good price. It does take batteries, AA batteries, alkaline, outdoor use only, cold water only, do not exceed 80 PSI water pressure. Okay, there's that. Whew. All right. Y'all, this, I'm going to tell you, I know what I look like when I wear this, so y'all ain't got to say it down the chat. I know what this looks like, and if I had thought about that thoroughly, I would not have gotten this color, but when I bought it, it was the color that I could get urgently and quickly, and I needed it urgently and quickly. So I appreciate y'all being kind. I have the kindest, sweetest, best darn viewers of anybody on YouTube. Heck, I'd say anybody anywhere. Y'all are always y'all lead with kindness, and I'm very grateful for that. And every once in a while when a troll pops in, one of y'all just handles it. I don't have to think about it, so thank you. Ooh, get that garlic out the ground. I love it, Alex. So I'm having to look, y'all can see why I keep looking down. My phone is set down here so I can see the chat. And I got a separate camera up there pointing this way. So that's what's going on there. Now, let me show y'all something else while we're waiting. Although I'm being a terrible plant parent, I also have more. This is from that store-bought pepper. Now, I know in one of the chats that we're in, Alex, there was a video posted about concerns about store-bought pepper and replanting them. I don't know. I'm going to try. These have been badly abused, so I better plant some this year. It is I don't think I plant until August, I think, where I am at. I don't think I can plant until August, so yeah. Yeah, exactly. Everything has concerns. I would say that's probably, oh, did y'all see ain't that funny? Did y'all see my shirt? Can y'all see it from there? Everything has concerns when you're gardening. There's always trade-offs for things. There's always worries about things. But at the end of the day, you got to do what works for you. And what might work in my Florida garden in zone 9B, where I have some wild microclimates, like my betel, B-E-T-E-L, just so you know how to spell that, which is used in a lot of the Asian cooking that Mom does. I thought it was toast, and it has come back with a vengeance, but it is on the warm side of the garden. My African blue basil that I was certain would come back no matter what, absolutely did not. And I am heartbroken. It came back nowhere. I had it planted in like 7 different places in the garden. In no place did it come back. The place that I did not have it planted was in that same warm place where the betel was. So, but anyway, we're going to see if we get some peppers off of these. We're going to see. Because Radish Lady, who I've shared you guys with, Radish Lady is very much into peppers as well. And in fact, I'm cracking up. I took some peppers down the street to her. Radish Lady is my neighbor. If y'all don't know, she prefers her privacy, so I just call her Radish Lady. I took her 2 bell peppers, and she sat there and ate them like apples. Green bell peppers, she ate them like apples. So she loved them. So everything is figure outable. That is right. Michelle, I am so sorry. What do you plan to do this year? I apologize. I missed that in the thing there. And thank you for loving the shirt. I just thought it was so funny. Maybe people, maybe not. So my mother-in-law, Secret Gardener Mom, told me that Moose does so well on the channel, I should just let Moose host and I need to make sure I'm giving him commission. And I said, do you know how much that cat costs in cat food? Do you know how much his cat food costs for this boy with cysts? Well, not cysts. What are the things that cats get in their bladder? Boy cats get crystals. He's got a crystallized bladder. Do you know how much his cat food is? And then I have to share it with Babyface. And then I have to share it with the other cats, because if I don't, he eats the other food, the other outdoor feral cat I'm trying to catch. Yes, Harry Houdini. Harry Houdini is still eluding capture, and we're having to regain his trust now. For those who don't know, we used to have a, we do trap, neuter, release, because we're up on a bunch of woods, and so there are a lot of cats that come through the woods, and we just TNR them. But this guy has escaped capture. He has gotten out of the trap 3 times when it was closed, and once he got out before it closed, and now he just won't go in there at all. I'm going to lean down and read what you wrote here. Oh, Alex, I had no idea. Oh, garlic. Alex, I did not know that about you. That is hilarious. Oh, girl, you just a gardener through and through. And Michelle, yay on the garlic. Okay, I have tried it once. I have not been successful. I really want to rethink where I plant it in the garden. I don't know what level of irrigation it needs. Maybe I just need to make some buckets and make it visible. But Mrs. Michelle has reminded me, if I keep making everything visible, we're not going to be able to walk out the back door. I need to do a garden tour. If I can find a time when it's not rainy this week, y'all just won't even believe how crazy it looks out there. It is insane. Yeah, it didn't know where it would lead, but here I am. The dogs are on special, we're on special kidney food made out of beef. Yeah, the cat food, I buy it at the best possible price in the largest size to save the most. And it is $120, and it lasts six or 8 weeks, maybe, depending. And then if it gets forgotten outside and gets rained on, you know, I don't count it by the pan, but I do get a little itchy about it with my family. Like, we can't be wasting that food. That is not fish food. Y'all need to pick it up when it's going to rain, blah, blah, blah. So, y'all know. I said itchy, but I really wasn't trying to be secret for any other word. I get all antsy about it. That's the word I'm looking for, antsy. So, the other thing I'm trying, let me see if I can pick this up without making a mess. I told you guys I was going to try out a seed snail, and the first one failed for the hibiscus. But I thought, let me bring it over so y'all can look at the plant while I yap her. It's been struggling in the garage because I've been sick. But the first one that I tried, they never sprouted up. And I thought that if soaking them overnight was good, then soaking them for a couple of days and completely forgetting about them would be better. These are from the same packet. This is in a seed snail. Some of them are falling out because they just haven't gotten enough water because I've been sick. I don't want to say the word sick, but I have not been able to give my garden the attention that it deserves. I didn't even start. I had to stop starting microgreens because I couldn't keep up with trying to just function with that dang migraine. So please do post your wall of squash. I want to know. Oh, y'all, put those pictures in there. Put them in the community tab. Everybody wants to see them, y'all. I did start a Discord, but I just can't keep up with that too. So at the moment, we're just going what we can. But anyway, these are hibiscus. It's in the snail roll, and I have a place for them in the garden. I just haven't been able. I feel like a whiner here, but it's just been hard having the migraine. Bending over is hard. Bending over makes it worse. Bending over makes me dizzy. So it's just been an unfun few weeks. And yes, put those pictures up. Post all those pictures. I just saw the new YouTube messaging feature this week. I don't know how it works, so feel free to send me a message and we'll figure it out later, I guess. But I'm very curious about that because I don't mind. Like, I can't diagnose people's garden problems, but I can tell you what I think about stuff. And I can tell you I got aphids in the garage. That's what I can tell you. How in the heck do you get aphids in the garage? Explain that to me like I'm a 5th grader. What in the world? Okay, well, it'll be all right. We'll rinse them off. But these are definitely going to get in the ground this week. I've got a place for them. I'm just going to plant a hibiscus patch. Just going to plant a hibiscus patch. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Oh, wrong place. Wrong place. Oh, there we go. There we go. Y'all have some more of that water. Sorry, moving a little bit slower. That bending over still ain't my friend yet. Yeah. I didn't turn in my terrible towel though, KLC. I didn't turn in my terrible towel, but I do have this one. Actually, this is Mrs. Michelle's, so I take no responsibility for that. What is others? Let's see what's in the others. Others. Peaches, passion flower, and peppers. So, what does this say? Passion fruit seeds. Okay, so passion fruit should have a container. I guess I haven't had that yet. Okay. All right, let's go check out the next container, and all those are loose peppers. And I am going to start a cat food bucket, not cat food, cat litter bucket, or some kind of bucket, maybe a 5-gallon bucket with a bunch of dirt, and just put all these seeds in there and see what happens. There's a couple of Spanish lime, there's Iranian plums, and there's white peaches in here. And we're just going to see what sprouts. We'll see what happens. I think I shared with you guys our aphids are small and the garage isn't airtight. Huh. Well, that would explain it. And, you know, they want weak and dying plants, and that plant has not been well cared for. So, all right. Who's next? Who can I reach next? If y'all hear a crash, don't mind anything. I'll be okay. All right. La 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 la. For anybody who's new here and you're wondering why I'm in the garage doing this, well, I'm just hanging out. So, who else is in the chat with us? We got a few people in the chat. Hey, we got more people in the chat than I know about. Y'all say hi. Say hey. Ho. I know I'm feeling silly out here. I don't feel like I have to be quite so formal. I don't know why I come from a corporate background, and I always feel like I got to have everything. Which is why if you watch some of my first videos to some of my current videos, I've definitely sort of changed my style a little bit. Just a little bit. What we got here, we got leeks, onions, and chives. Leeks, onions, and chives. So this is garlic chives. So technically that goes back to the Asian. Onion, regular chives, garlic chives, regular chives, regular chives, large American leeks, organic garlic chives. Why am I not planting more of those? What in the world? Scarlet bunching onions. Oh, radishes. These are for Radish Lady. Radish Lady, if you're watching, we have more seeds. She's a stalker, though. She doesn't usually like to talk on these things. That's okay. Hi, lurkers. That's right. You can't plant what you can't find. That's right. Leeks. So more leeks. Shallots and onions. Shallots. Home-saved onions. Have a good bit of home-saved onions. Actually, I'll show y'all something else going on. Growing on out here. Actually, it's not growing on. That's all. These are all saved seeds from my own onions. And when I say from my own onions, I mean, I went to the grocery store. I bought green onions. We chopped the tops and used them in cooking. We saved the last inch and we shoved them in the garden, and then they went to flower and I saved the seeds. And I have to give another shout out to One Mellow Marigold, because she recommended trying to save them, save the seeds indoors instead of trying to save them outside. Because last year I tried to save them right on the plant with these little bags, and then they got all wet and it didn't work out. Let me show y'all what I ended up doing. And this is fabulous. I found an old bag in the cabinet, and then I cut, see if I can pull one out. I cut my stalks off, and then I've just turned them upside down in here like so. And it's just sitting in the garage where it's nice and dry. And I have in the bottom here hundreds of little seeds that I'm ready to replant. So, and then I had some grow back from doing that last year. And so I kind of feel like I'm on a perpetual onion train now, which is great. So, which is great. Okay, so onion seeds have a terrible shelf life, so you better plant them. Seed saving and seed planting are two different things. Oh, facts. Facts. So let me see if any of these packages have my zone for packing. It is too early. Best sown September to October. So good to know on the shelf life, because these are from 2019. I know y'all think I must be lying to you, but it's true. 2019. So, September then, September. So these would be in a fall package if I was going to do something in the fall, huh? All right, all these onions. Onions and shallots and chives. Oh my. Thinking about from a seasonal standpoint, what else we got? Peas get started around that time, so maybe I'll do these in the same container with peas. Not that I don't have enough containers, I'm just trying to think about being smarter. Being smarter. Making life easier for myself. Imagine that. I'm rarely good at that, honestly. Easy for everybody else, 100%. Happy to do it. Easier for myself, why would I bother? Why would I bother? Brassicas, greens, and Asian. I'm surprised nobody's asked me what this thing is next to me. Maybe y'all can't see it. It's a surprise for another day anyway. So garlic chives are going in with the Asian stuff. And I put them with the Asian stuff because we do a lot of Asian cooking and we wouldn't use those for regular cooking. And it also makes it easier for me to go to Mrs. Michelle and say, what you want me to plant now? So there is that. All right, so we've got onions in here. And I'm going to get the peas and beans, even though they're not necessarily, oh, these are in a bigger container. That might be interesting. I'm still here. I know y'all can't see me, but I'm evaluating how smart it will be for me to reach up and do this, if I can do it without crashing down in the middle of a live. So that's good. I was doing another project and I put everything up on a top shelf. And here we go. Let's see. Can she do it? Can she do it? Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out. Yes, she can. All right, so let me set these down though, because I don't need all these. The flower ones, more flower ones, they're fine like they are, but let's look at these beans here. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek at the cheek. All right. What season is Asian? Honestly, it is kind of the same. So there is a brassica season, which is all going to be cold. And then there is a summer season. So eggplant, tomato, loofah, squash, that kind of stuff is all the same. I just like dividing it up because then I can really give Mrs. Michelle her choice of what she wants me to work on, because, you know, happy wife, happy life. And she lets me get away with a lot of junk around the yard. And so anything that I can do to be able to keep on growing without making everybody frustrated with me, I'm all for it. What season is Asian? Well, I guess actually at my house it's Asian all year. So, oh, we got a bunch of beans in here. Oh, this is going to be a mess. Y'all, this is a mess. I've got a hot mess here. Hot mess express. Y'all, I got to grab a stool real quick. I'm getting a little overheated out here. Give me just a second. I may turn on a fan. I'll be right back after these messages. Turn me a little fan on. Hopefully it won't be too loud. This may be my most unhinged live, but it is all right today, because some days we just need to be a little unhinged, don't we? Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, fan. While I untangle the wire. Untangle the wire. You guys are hilarious. Thank you for just sticking out, hanging out with me. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. That ice hat was cool, but once it warmed up, I wasn't getting enough airflow in the head. Whew, I wasn't getting enough airflow in my head. Whew, we still got 7 people here. Holy moly. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. Okay, so we have more, and this is what I was talking about on, see, for those, I think I was telling somebody earlier, Audrey, I don't know if you're still here, about Standard Seed is near downtown Jacksonville. I bought these a few years ago, so I don't know what the current prices are, but this was $4.50 worth of seeds a few years ago, and I planted a bunch. And so when you're, and I think I've got too many seeds to make them work in this, I think they're going to need their own. When you're thinking about buying bigger batches, sometimes, you know, spending $2 more might give you 3 times as much. Maybe you don't want to store them, but maybe you could share them. I don't know. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. The idea that we could buy in bulk and maybe seed share. I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Does that sound absolutely crazy to do a seed share or seed swap or something? And heck, with the price of postage, maybe that's dumb to mail them. That might not work. Okay, never mind. I don't know. Forgive me, y'all. I got a little over hot there. I'm trying to like pull myself back together here. A little over hot, a little overheated. What's that song? It's getting hot in here. So we have got rattlesnake beans, but look, it fits in here. Y'all, that makes me so happy. Rattlesnake beans and black crowders, and ladyfinger with a big old hole in it. All right, those are the biggest ones. Oh, some more beans like that. Some kind of black bean. Maybe I just need to clean those and cook a pot of those. I think I might do that. I'll just clean those and cook those because I got so many others. Green beans, some more green beans, some more wax beans. Does anybody else grow wax beans? I bought these because I thought, man, I'll grow these and they'll be really good like in a 3-bean salad. But I don't know that they ever got on the plant. And I started overthinking my bean planting early on because I was thinking about saving seeds or saving beans, as it were. And I guess I was overthinking it so much. I didn't want to plant too many different kinds because I was worried they would cross-pollinate. But if I'm just eating them, it doesn't matter. And so I got over that this year, and I've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 different kind of beans planted, and probably could plant some more. It's probably not too late for me. Yeah, I can still plant till August. So I might do that. I planted a bunch of, more purple sweet potatoes yesterday. More Guyana long beans. More saved. I think all these loose ones are going to go in chaos. They're all going in the chaos bin. Sugar snap peas, garden peas, sugar peas. Inoculant, that belongs definitely in here with the peas. Inoculant. More inoculant. All right. Sugar pods. More wax beans. Pintos. Okay, I have an idea for a garden video. I want to vet it with y'all, my loyal, faithful friends. I want to go to, I was feeling a bit well done, that's right. You do the seed share. Okay, well, maybe we can figure it out. I am thinking about going to the grocery store, or grocery stores, as it were, another sugar pea pod, and seeing how many different things that are there that are actually seeds. So in the herb department, in the bean department, there's a lot of stuff that we use as seasoning that is actually the seed for it. So the big one that we never ever think about is, or a lot of people don't think about, is coriander. So when you go to the grocery store and they have a coriander seed, now in a traditional, what I would call American style market, catering to more people that look like me, for lack of a better way to put it, you don't have a lot of the ethnic choices, but I happen to be blessed to live in a neighborhood where we got a whole bunch of diversity, and so our grocery stores have the big Latin spice rack, and it's got a big Asian aisle aside from the other stuff. And so when I'm talking about buying a pack of coriander, I am not talking about paying $6.97 for a little jar like this. You can go into the ethnic part of it over like in Latin and maybe in the Asian area, and pick up or go to the local Asian grocery store. I know some of you don't have that where you live, and pick up a pack, you know, maybe with this many, honestly, for $1.99. That is just cilantro seed. And I'll get back to my point here. I'm sorry I got down the rabbit hole. But grabbing all these things. So cilantro seed, I have already some of it here. I just saw something a minute ago. Where'd you go? Peas, right? You go to the pea aisle, grab a bag of black beans, a bag of kidney beans, a bag of whatever, and just see what would actually sprout from all of those. So any dry beans, any lentil, probably need to get organic, according to Michelle. Sesame seed, fenugreek, wheat berries, which are seeds, right? Wheat berries are definitely seeds because you get the wheatgrass from those. I'm trying to find the one that I had here. I had something here. I think it was cumin that I had laying here. Y'all, I'm just letting go. Oh, butterfly. I'm planting those. I need to make sure remind me I got to plant butterfly peas. I've been waiting to plant those. I've got some power cables. Power cables, that's hilarious. I do say whenever I have leftover Ziploc bags, I try to resave them as much as possible. That's wing beans, which I need to plant more of. Where is that little silly little thing? Where is that silly little thing? I just saw it and I said, oh, I should ask them about this. I'll find it in a second here. Oh, good. Is that my active? Is that my active container? Yeah, there's the active container. Oh, more daikon radish. Oh, good. More daikon radish. I don't see it now, but I know that I had it out here, y'all. But I think it was cumin. So cumin would be something. All kind of stuff. Mustard seed. If you go to the Asian grocery store, you can buy mustard seed right there in the aisle. So I'm going to check that out. So, oh, good. I'm glad y'all think that. I'm glad to suggest that. Oh, beach winch. That is perfect. That is perfect. 12 bean soup starter and almost all the beans grew. Beach winch, welcome in. I am just hanging out in the garage today. Mrs. Michelle is a night worker, so she is in the sleeping cave right now, and I'm over here where I won't be noisy and wake everybody up. And as I told everybody earlier, when I'm out in the garage and nobody comes out to see me because they're very afraid I'm going to put them to work. Maybe very afraid is overstating it, but I always have things for people to do if they come and stick their head in. What you doing? Oh, I need you. Come here, come here, come here. It's amazing. If you guys need a place to hang out that you don't want to be bothered, just try this trick. Every time somebody asks you what you're doing, call somebody in and ask them to help you move something or do something or carry something or unload something. And in a very quick amount of time, they will stop bothering you in whatever room you're in because they don't want to help necessarily. And it's not that they don't want to help. It's just not their thing. Like nobody else here loves the garden the way I love the garden. And that's good because that means I get it to myself. So I love that trick. I know that they do treat some of them with stuff, but we'll test it and see. I like the idea of picking up the 12 bean soup packet though. In fact, I might have a packet in my cupboard, so I could even start there. So we got the beans in here, Asian wing beans. Any more beans here? I'm circling myself back, y'all. My therapist would be so proud. All kind of beans that are unmarked here. These are all going in chaos. This is all going in chaos. Where I don't know where I put the chaos, but I moved the chaos bin. Y'all. Okay, this is the new chaos bin. This is the new chaos bin until I can find the other one. Royal burgundy beans. These are unknown, so they're going in chaos. And these are unknown. They're going in chaos. I am starting at some point I'm going to start a chaos garden. And all these seeds that have been falling out and dumping out of stuff, I am just going to go find a place, maybe even on the other side. I still owe y'all a view over there, don't I? I apologize. I still need to do that. So... KLC. See, is it just KL and then C, PCA? Anyway, KL, C, PCA. I don't know your name. So if you want to tell me that, I'll be happy to call you that. I'll probably even remember. Just make sure the chaos seeds are from the same season. No. That won't work because, you know, I don't know what season they're from. We're just going to plant them and see what happens. We'll figure it out. Okay, I have a bucket of more chaos here. What is in this bucket? Good God, y'all. Red leaf holy basil. Okay, that goes back in the Asian container. So hang on a second. Let me finish the beans. What else we got? That's the chaos container now. More chaos here. The new chaos container. Passion fruit, though. Passion fruit, this is going to be in the miscellaneous until I figure that out. I have just got seeds dropped in everywhere. Up, more Asian. More Asian. This is the leeks. So what are y'all doing? Just staying inside where it's nice and cool today? I don't normally go live in the middle of the day. I just was hanging out and I said, I'm just going to go live. I'm just going to do it. There are no rules. There are no rules. We're just going live. Who says I can only go live one Sunday night a week? No, I don't think so. All right, so snake gourd is definitely in the Asian. The reason I know it's in the Asian, so no matter what, all these containers that aren't in English are my Asian seeds. Okay, Japanese wasabi, bok choy. We've got, oh, there's a bunch more Asian seeds here. Chinese cabbage. Now I'm just putting them in without filing them. Turnip goes in the brassica. Pak choy, what you gonna do? Pak choy, we're gonna eat you. Pak choy, what you gonna do? All right. We might get this figured out yet. Peas, all right, that goes right there. That's off the top of something, but that can go in the trash. More tomatoes. Why do I have tomatoes in their own little bags? I do not know. Orange Hat, Baker Creek. Let's see if I have any more in here. I liked those. I grew those once. Oh, looks like I have a few left. The coldest day. I do have some volunteers that popped up. I planted last year, so maybe it doesn't matter in chaos planting. I mean, it's just chaos. It's just chaos. It is rough. Kim, thank you. It is rough when you lose your chaos bin to chaos. Thank you, Kim. That is true. Yeah, and feel free to try that trick with your family. I like to say, hey, do you have a minute? And it's amazing. They just... Now, let me be really clear, not Mrs. Michelle. Mrs. Michelle will help me with anything I ask for help for, but she doesn't come looking for help when I'm outside. If I'm in the house, she will, but she won't come looking to help me outside because it's hot, and she doesn't like hot. She doesn't like the garden. She doesn't like being sweaty, but she cooks, and she makes very good food, and so I don't care. Let's see, greens. Okra, corn, hibiscus, and tomatoes. I remember they were in there together. Maybe this does just need to be winter, spring, summer, and fall boxes. Let's see, what do we have? Holy basil, that's going in there. Daikon radish is going in there. Lettuce, I have a greens somewhere. Greens. All right, in there. Well, maybe I will file those other ones. This is getting easier by the minute. Now, of course, these cards aren't in the right place, but I'm going to hang on to the cards. I'm not going to try to file the cards at the moment. Okay, let's see. What else we got? Green tiger stripe Lao eggplant. That's running in the Asian bin. Oh no, this is not. Y'all, why didn't somebody tell me I put those in the wrong bin? Ah, okay. Good job, Beach Winch. I think that's Heidi, right? Do I remember that right? I think so. If you don't want me to say that, I won't again. Just tell me. Orange Hat is a micro dwarf. Yeah, it's so tiny. Yeah, and is that okay? Beach Winch, is that okay? Okay, cool, Heidi, thank you. So we got Heidi, Michelle, Alex, and Kim. Those are the names I see. And Audrey's in here, so that's good. So more Thai eggplant, more wing bean, turkey berry, and Thailand long bean. I'm going to put those in the Asian bucket. All right. Okay, these will go somewhere else later. More for the trash bin. We're just cleaning it up. We cleaning and greening up in here. State Fair zinnia, those are all gone. I think they're about to die sitting on my porch waiting for me to do something with them. Because that's the kind of season it's been, y'all. It has been that kind of season. All right, more of these lids can go over here and out of the way. I was stacking them. Oh, here we go. I appreciate it, y'all. Ah. Whew. It has definitely been yet another weird season. Every garden season just seems a little weirder than the last. So that is not gardening stuff. That is, oh, here it is. I wasn't crazy after all. Well, that might be debatable, but cumin. So cumin, and this I did buy this year. It did say best before April 2026, but I did just buy it this year. It was $1.99, just showing you that. And look how much cumin that is. So I don't know how much I can grow, but I can tell you that if you're a bargain shopper, $1.99 for this much cumin is probably double or triple what you get for $5 or $6 in the traditional aisle with the Mac people and the other brands that are there. So something to think about. I'm going to put this in my Asian. Actually, it's not really Asian. We don't cook with this. I cook with it. I'm the only one that cooks with cumin. Isn't that funny? So I'll put this in my I'm going to put it in my other to try bin. That's what we're going to do with that. That's where that's going. That is a book from my Vego Garden Grow Tower, which you can't see from over here. And I'm not moving the camera to make it easy to see either, because that would just be too much. Alex, I did take your advice on the plant markers. I got these garden markers, alcohol-based ink, water and fade resistant, and I got plant labels. So when I do my next round of testing, I've got labels for that. So we're going to put that in the supply area. We're calling that supplies now. That's trash. What do we got here? Cimarron romaine lettuce. I would say that's the greens, wouldn't y'all? That goes in the greens. That goes in the greens. So, I'm going back and reading some of y'all's comments real quick. Oh, I like that idea. Keely is going to be so mad when she notices she missed this. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Keely. This was a surprise live. I didn't announce it. I was going to clean stuff up out here, and I was like, why don't I just turn on the camera? So, my family thinks anything green is a weed and needs to be mowed over, so I try to keep them away from my garden. I will borrow them for a few minutes to move bags of soil. Facts. Facts. I did have somebody over here, I don't know who it was, but they're a gardener. They're a gardener. And they saw something popping up that was definitely a weed, and they looked at me and said, I think this is a weed. Is it okay if I pull this out for you? Thank you for asking. First off, thank you for asking, because it might not be a weed in my garden. It might be something I'm experimenting. And so that was really nice. So poor watermelon. My, if I remember, I know the varieties if I remember to tag them, yeah. My watermelon is coming on up, but I think I forgot to fertilize them past the first time they went in the ground. And they're competing with grass. And now the lawn man is just trimming around them. So there's grass. It's raining. I can't show you guys. I'll take a picture later and put it in the community tab or the post tab. It's getting grass growing up, and they're attaching themselves to the grass. So it's pretty funny. It is pretty funny. Okay. So all these beans, they are going in the chaos. We're just going to have a whole lot of chaos. My favorite kind of tomato sauce to buy is the Classico, because they come in these Atlas mason jars, and these will fit the regular regular mouth mason jar lids, so that's really cool, but that needs to go in the dishwasher, clearly. Manuals, that can go in my little bin here. I got myself a little bin on my little table. Oh, I could put these in my supplies area. Woo, we're going to get organized today, y'all. Keely's really going to be proud of me. I have these 2 little drawers down here that all my supply stuff goes in, so I don't have to look for it later. So as I find supplies out here, I just throw them in there. What do we got here? None of this is garden related. I'm going to throw you out of the way. I bought these to try out. I haven't tried those yet. Whew. Gotta watch that bending over. It is not my friend still, y'all. It is not my friend. Oh, Katrina, how you been? All right, Heidi, have a great afternoon. Thanks for popping in, y'all. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, the melon patch is gonna be thick. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Oh, well, if you can make it from scratch, do it. I just wait for it to go on sale when I can, and then I buy that brand just because the jars are so much more reusable with those screw top lids instead of the lid. So I don't do any canning yet, and I probably wouldn't use those for canning, but I will show you what I'm going to use them for. I have some other things growing on. It's all under construction at the moment. We about to pop off. I'm getting it organized one day, one way. All right, this is my Katrina. We haven't even gotten to my squash, have we? Did we get to squash and pumpkins yet? I don't know. Oh, y'all. Okay, Michelle, I gotta pull it together. They're right here in front of me. So this is the peas, this is turnips, that goes into the brassicas. 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 Oh, where did you go, brassicas? Greens and brassicas are here together. Here we are. There we go. There we go. All right. Put this up here. I should have made enough room for all of them at the same time, but who's got time for that? Look at how much progress we've made, y'all. I can almost see the top of this box now, which is the chair out of my van. So that's pretty funny. I've got some microgreen growing stuff I'm going to be trying out with little plastic bottles. That's growing on. I'm going to put all these little supplies in here together. Actually, let's put them in the big. We're going to put them in the big bucket. These little pans, y'all, I picked these. This is probably, it's very likely, oh yeah, Dollar Tree. These are the best little everything pans though. You know, do some potting up in them, watering in them, put your seedling trays in here so then get some water if you don't have a big tray, all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate y'all being patient with me and my craziness today. So thank you. This will be the weirdest and most unhinged live I've probably ever done. But oh yeah. I probably have not rested enough. I'm probably going to have to wrap up this live in a minute. I have one more container to go through and then we're going to wrap it up because I think I got to sit down. I think I got to sit down, y'all. This is the weirdest part about the migraines. And if y'all have if you know, you know. At least for me, the weirdest part about the migraines is how I can't think. Like it truly, I'm not drunk, but it's like I have in the spot of my brain that needs to think through things and process. I have a very, very hard time, which makes everything go slower, which does not suit me at all, as you might imagine. Because I'm kind of like everybody else in my family. I have 2 speeds, forward and stop. Those are my 2 speeds, forward and stop. Those others can go on the top of that. There we go. Got that up there. Seeds and such. The Halloween mix, the radish, that's from my neighbor. This is a different kind of bin, so it can go over there. Plastic bag. We're going to cook those. No, we're going to do something with them. All right, let's get to this last little batch here. And this is all squash, melons, cucumbers, pumpkins, all that stuff. Let's get another bin here. These were on sale, so I picked up 6 of them, and Mrs. Michelle said, why don't you get 10? You'll probably use them. She knows me so well. Go get my stool. I can't. There's no way for me to get it out here without falling over myself, and so it'll be okay this time. The one that I do have is really tall, and then that won't, well, hang on. I should never say I can't. That's not really how my language is supposed to work. I can. Let's see if I can do it without making a bigger mess. All right, here we go. 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 I can be a leaner. I can be a leaner. Let's see. How bad is that on the camera? Do I need to adjust it? Whew. Is that all right, y'all? Let me know down in the comments. Definitely look for those. See, I did. Oh, yeah, that's not too bad. Looks fine. Okay, great. Thank you. The challenge. So here, let me wind some more. The challenge with the stool is I like putting my feet on it to hold myself up. But after my knee surgery, I can't bend the one leg as much as I like. So I'm just full of wine and vinegar today. Wine and vinegar. All right. Pumpkin pie. February through July. There's still time for me to plant pumpkins? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay. I do have that one jack-o'-lantern going out there. So there goes pumpkin. We got Seminole pumpkin. We got Cajo watermelon. Oh, more seeds. More seeds from One Mellow Marigold. These are more Seminole pumpkins and a sweet watermelon. I love her little cards. I just like hanging on to them. Then I know what's in the packet. Cantaloupe. Cantaloupe tonight. My dad's got the car. I remember that joke when I was a kid. Y'all probably have no idea what I'm talking about because I'm that old. I am that many years old. All right. More pumpkins, watermelon, cantaloupe. I'm just sort of dividing them up in this container yet. I'm probably going to have to come back and figure out a better way to do that. I will say a lot of these are older. It's because someone's loved one worked in a place where they have to get rid of the end of season seeds, and instead of letting them land in the dumpster-roni, they gave them out to all their friends. I think maybe you had something similar to that, Alex. And so I have a bunch of old stuff I never got around to planting. So Michelle said I would plant more pumpkins, but my squash and Seminole pumpkin are taking over my garden. Plant those pumpkins, girl. Okay, okay. Green Jean, good to have you here, my friend. I am out in the garage today because it's too yucky to be outside. I am trying to clean up a little bit of the seeds and stuff so we can be ready to nail it coming up. Jean is my buddy and friend and is the magic behind a lot of the big stuff that happens in the garden because he is good like that. Let's see, we got Mexican sour cucumbers, Armenian cucumbers, straight 8 cucumbers, and all I have is growing some Katrinas right now. Market more cucumbers, birdhouse gourd, national pickling cucumbers, national pickling cucumbers. We eat a lot of cucumbers. I can't believe I haven't done better. Summer squash, Zephyr. Zephyr. I can't remember that one, what that looks like. A scallop squash, golden zucchini. Oh, here's what I wanted to tell you. Oh, go, Jean. Okay. You know what to do. Hit my digits. Hit my digits. So, excellent, excellent, excellent. So I think we may still have time for more squash too. Squash is good through August. I am trying to do a little bit of succession planting. I'm not doing it very successfully yet, but I'm getting there. The whole idea being that some of the stuff does really, really well as the season goes on. Like right now, the lemon drop squash got a little bit of pest pressure from the pickleworm. And I was just watching the stems every day. And as soon as I saw anything that looked like a pickleworm was on them or boring into them, I pinched those leaves off. I pinched everything off and I squished everybody in my little fingers and showed them who's the boss. And so far they've not come back. So I don't know if the mama came through and now it's just covered over with lamb's quarter and basil, and there's some beans coming up in there. I really kind of have a chaotic garden, and I kind of like it because stuff is just thriving without me fooling with it too much. So Armenian cucumber, some more straight eights, a lemon cucumber, national picking cucumber. Gene, we got a lot of seeds to start. Gene, we're not telling the channel about this, but when you and I talk in person, we got some cool stuff happening you're going to help me with, okay? But we're not going to tell them right now because, you know, we like surprises. We like surprises. So, let's see. March watermelon. March watermelon. I'm assuming that means I ate a watermelon in March and there's seeds. I don't know. What in the world have I done? Candy roaster here. Another squash. Acorn squash seeds that I saved. Those are going in the bin because I don't know how those were grown. And there we go. Because I have more acorn squash right here. Look. Right, oh no, that's a butternut. Oh wait, that was acorn, not butternut. Okay. Zucchini, butternut, lots of squash, yellow squash, smooth squash. Y'all know I'm going to go back over there and pull that right back out of the trash, don't you? Watch, it's going to happen. That's acorn, not butternut, Michelle. You don't have any other acorn squash out here. Okay. You haven't found any of those yet. Patty pan. Everybody else calls these scallop, but I call these patty pan squash. This is probably my other really favorite one. I especially like how they look when you cross cut them to cook because they have that whole little scalloped thing if you cross cut them from top to bottom. They look really cool too. But I have a hard time with the pickle worms. All the squash, I just really struggle with. Squash and cucumbers, I really struggle with. So far, I've not had any kind of bugs on that jack-o'-lantern, but that is a jack-o'-lantern that came from the store and the seeds. Oh, actually, Jean, you'll know this. Excuse me. Do you remember how we took the pumpkin off the front porch and the bottom fell out of it and we just set it in the back? And then we moved it in the garden bed to get it out of the way so that we could mow and stuff. Well, there's pumpkin growing there now. I mean, it has covered almost the entire 30 square feet of the top of the garden bed and is trying to jump off. But one of the leaves is got to be this big. Got to be that big. Let's see. This is cantaloupe. Cantaloupe tonight. My dad's got the car. All right. Watermelon. 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 We save a lot of the watermelon seeds. More summer squash. Loofah. Loofah is in the Asian bin. More loofah. Cucumber. I don't think I need to buy seeds for a while. Another one of the likely butternut. Because I know I have more butternut, I'm going to say goodbye to that one. Burpless cucumber. Loofah angled gourd. Buiblim. That means Mom has told me something and I wrote it down. Buabalum. I'm not having a stroke, I promise. That's what I wrote on here. Buablaem. Okay, that's what Mom told me they were. So there we go. More squash. More squash. More pumpkins. April through June. When to plant outdoors. It's still June. Squash. More squash. Man, I really had the squash, didn't I? Oh, pumpkins. I'm very impressed with this. I didn't know I had this many. Y'all, when I talk about buying seeds, I don't think I need to buy seeds for a while. Except I need some lemon drop squash seeds because they were good. Can I let any of that? I'm trying to think if I have any other squash growing out there. I don't think I do. Maybe I can let those go to seed. Maybe I can let those go to seed. More cucumbers, more pumpkins, watermelon. I swear I'm not having a stroke. I have to tell you that has been a concern over the last couple of weeks. What had happened was I went out and worked in the garden a few weeks ago. I don't remember if I was shooting a video or not. Oh, the planting tournament. So I went outside to put a cover on the cucumbers that I just rolled outside. And then I was like, man, it's nice out here. Why don't I plant a few of these things up? And then I started getting silly with the camera and I started the planting tournament. Well, I was out there for almost 5 hours. I didn't drink any water. I didn't have any sunscreen. I did not have on my hat. I did not follow any of the advice that I give y'all. And I felt okay, but I came in and I drank some Liquid IV. Not sponsored, but by the way, if any of those places want to sponsor me and have me test their stuff out, I'd be happy to do it. And so all seemed good and fine. And I came into the garage and I was piddling around, kind of like I am right now, the next day, and I lost my balance. Everything was numb and tingly. I had whatever in my jaw going on, and so my blood pressure was elevated, and I called the doctor and we worked through a few another parthenocarpic cucumber, sorry, right in the middle of that, Ishtar Persian cucumber. I talked to the doctor and they had me go visit our friendly ER, and they took pretty pictures of my brain and took my blood and all that stuff, and there was nothing going on with my heart, and there was nothing in my head to be concerned about from the CAT scans. And so, but I have had a killer migraine ever since. And so I have been working through trying to get through that to the point that I couldn't work even. I went to bed for, I think, 48 hours, full 24 hours I was in bed, which is almost unheard of for me. I think the last time I did that was after some surgery or when I had that C thing that was going around in the early 2020s. So, oh, excellent. Got swash going. Good job, Jean. Good job. All right. Now, I got all these in this container. This definitely filled up pretty good. I really like this container situation here, y'all. I like that I can then, if I have enough of them, I can flip through them. Maybe what I'll do is I'll get me some small boxes. Look at how nice that lays out in there. Just trying to keep it from falling over, but, oh, sorry, I banged the microphone. But that lays out pretty nicely, and now I can just flip through like a little Rolodex. And actually, Mrs. Michelle said I should get a Rolodex, and I said that most of the people that watch my channel, well, not most, but there are a lot of people who won't know what a Rolodex is, and so they'll be very concerned for me that they have never heard of such a thing. So, ended up with a couple of more for the chaos bin. If you are just tuning in, I'm getting ready to end, but everything that's got an extra seed just hanging out of it is going in the chaos bin, and I'm just going to go plant them somewhere. So here, now this is better because it's got the other tape. Let me find an extra lid here. If anything else, maybe this will all just make me a little sillier as I go through, but I appreciate it. The lemon drop, Jean, if it's a lemon drop, it looks like a lemon. Y'all want to see what it looks like? You want me to go get one? I got one on the counter. Let me know. Okay, so Michelle gets it. Michelle knows what a Rolodex is. If all the seeds came in the same side packet, it would be easier. But, you know, I see some people do like a notebook, which is kind of like a Rolodex. I really like this. I like being able to sit. I could put this in my lap while everybody else is watching TV, and I can play with my seeds, which is usually what happens. I make a big mess, and everybody's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, of course I don't know. How do I know what I'm doing? What do you expect me to know for? Actually, I already got these on the black. Actually, this tape works pretty good as a label, doesn't it? So I can get me some painter's tape. I don't even have to make labels. I'll just get some painter's tape and write everything out back on here. That'll be really good. And there we go. Y'all, that isn't everything, but it's most of the things. And I need to go take a look at, oh, it's already after 3 o'clock. Let me go see. That phone's probably about to die too. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, what happened over here? Oh my gosh. Y'all. Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, 43%. We got a little bit more left. I don't know how all these ended up on the floor. I don't even know where. I mean, I recognize them, but this must be where my chaos box went. It must have fallen off. That's why I couldn't find it earlier. Oh, my whole thing fell over. Even my poor little seedlings. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Okay. That's what happened. The whole box fell over. That's why it was looking crazy. Let me put this under the lights. So Michelle, are you still with us in the chat? Let me know. Rolodex to see. Yes, she's still there. So Michelle, I'm gonna stand up for a minute. Michelle and I are gonna do a shishito pepper grow along. I gotta find my shishito peppers now because I don't know where they went. But when do you want to start, Michelle? Have yours come in yet? Look at this success. This feels like success today, y'all. This feels like success. Keely, if you're watching this later, I apologize that you didn't know I was going live. I'm just going to apologize right now. This feels like success. I'm waiting for Michelle. Yes, whenever. Hey, go grab them. You want to start them now? I got potting mix right here. I'll go get me some trays. You want to go grab them? Anybody else want to plant some shishitos with us? Oh, more watermelons. Watermelons. Asian. Let's go grab them. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me find a seed starting tray here. Got that. I just happen to have some potting mix right here because I was getting set up to do my basil trials, which I might. Do you want me to do my basil trials live when I plant up my basil? Do you want me to go live and do that together and talk about all the different basils as I'm planting them up? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Where is that white bin I said was amazing for this? Okay, right here. Of course, I say that, and I don't know where my shishito peppers are, but I'll find them in just a second. The phone's not about to die just yet. Though I suspect Mrs. Michelle is probably wondering what the heck I'm doing out here. She is probably awake by now, but that's all right. I've got a 4-pack, Michelle. If you want to go grab your seeds, and I will look for mine real quick. I'm going to go ahead and water this in because I like to have it all watered in. This is nice and fluffy. I found this at the salvage store. This whole bag. I can't lift it. It's like a 40-pound bag of potting mix for $6 or $7. And it says organic, so that's good. All right, so I think I put them in the active bin knowing that we were going to come back and do this. So let me just glance through the active bin real quick if you want to grab them. Okay. Okay, you're at work. Perfect, perfect. Well, I'll just go ahead. I won't be too far ahead of you then. I won't be too far ahead of you. That is, provided I can find them. So, do y'all have seeds like this? This is yellow flower tree. No idea. No idea. Okay. Onions, dill. Forgive me while I read to myself quietly, while you read aloud. Read to yourself quietly while the teacher reads aloud. Arugula. Okay, let's take that out of there. I am 77% sure that I did this in here because I said this will be really smart. I'll put it in my active bin. That way, when Michelle says, Michelle and Michelle, I get the joy of that. When Michelle says she found them, then I will have them right ready to go. No, I'm lying. I'm lying. I think I know where they are. Hang on. Because, you know, this is what I tried to plant this season. The other stuff is what hasn't been planted this season. But look, but wait, there's more. But wait, there, oh, yay! Yay! I found them. Sorry, I don't have to yell. I forgot. The microphone is right on me. I apologize. This is some of the seeds I started getting. So when I'm talking about, if y'all weren't here earlier, I was talking about buying cilantro or buying coriander at the store to plant it. This was bought this season, $1.59, way more than you get in the jar with the Mac on it at the store. And so coriander is just cilantro, in case you don't know. So I have my shishito seeds right here, Michelle. Here we grow. Here we grow. And I got a whole bunch of more stuff in here too. This is all the stuff for the Thai. I'm also going to test moringa from the store. That's another one I want to test. I'm actually going to try these all in one single bucket. Me and Jean are going to do a grow off. Jean's going to get a pack of these and I'm going to get a pack of these and we're going to both try. So I am glad my brain pictures were clear too. That kind of made me feel better. No blood problems, no whatever. Just complex migraine. I think maybe I have a pinched nerve, but it's sort of scary when your whole face goes numb. Just kind of scares a girl. Just kind of scares a girl. All right. All right, Michelle, so you're at work. You're going to do this when you get home, and I'm doing this here. And I'm just watering this in really, really well because that's how I prefer to do it before I put the seeds in and wash all the seeds away. I have found it works really nicely. I just grab a couple of these. I'll leave them out in the garage. I take them back in and refill them. Then whenever I'm out here piddling, I have water because there's no sink. There's no sink out here. And I've even gone so far as, because I've been doing a lot of hydroponic out here, red milk jug. Red, stop. Stop. Don't put this unless you know what you're doing because it's got fertilizer in it, though this is probably destabilized at this point. So I have a red one when I have fertilizer in it, so I know. And I have a blue one that's just water. So those need to be refilled. But there is that. All right. That's nice and moist. Moist. I know people don't like that word, but it's a word. We're all right. And so this is the shishito garashi, Japanese sweet peppers. All right. Y'all have, and yeah, anyone is welcome to join our grow along. We just happen to be talking about shishitos. If you want to throw your own pepper in the ring and plant it up this week and see how it grows, you come grow along with us. We're going to put it in the community tab. So I'm going to put my pictures in there. Michelle's going to put her pictures in there. Anybody else put your pictures in there. We're just going to see how they grow. And I am overseeding this for sure. for sure, because I don't need that many, but let's put that back in there. Where's my little spritzer? My little spritzer. My little spritzer might be out of water. Oh, my little spritzer is out of water. Darn it. Oh, why don't I just use my water here? I use my drinking water. It's okay. We'll refill my little spritzer. This is how I've gotten to where I really kind of like doing seeds, is I put them on there like this. I wish I could bring y'all closer to see it, but I can't because I can't mess up the camera. And I will just, actually I can bring this to the camera. Before I put my cover on it, I've gotten to where I just kind of like mist them up so I know they're all nice and moist. Sorry, there's no high speed when we're going live. All right, there's that. Sorry, I'm just stepping carefully back around y'all, trying not to be a dummy. Trying not to be a dummy. I do not have any perlite out here, so I'm going to just sprinkle on a little more potting mix on the top and press it all in. I often, when I'm doing seed starting, will use vermiculite or perlite or something like that to cover the seeds, because I feel like it does a nicer job holding in the moisture. But I'm just putting these in. I did not bury them. I'm just covering them up with some dirt. I'm going to leave them here. Actually, I have figured out one other thing. Where did it go? Here it is. I also picked these up from the Asian store. They're just simple bags. They're just really plain old bags, kind of like a Ziploc bag, but not Ziploc, just straight up bag, really thin. Check this out though. It is a perfect humidity dome for this. I mean perfect. Look at that. So I got my humidity dome, I've got water, and I'm going to put it under where the lights will come back on the next time they come on. Oh, I should take a picture of that. Ha! I should take a picture of that for the channel. I got to pop out of here for a second, see if I can get to the camera from here. We'll take a photo so I can remember what I did. Where's the seed packet? I laid it there like a good person. There we go. There we go. Now I know what's in there. And I'll write up the little plant tags here in a second. I can reach in my supply drawer. Look at me. And grab my plant labels and my markers that Alex recommended. There we go. And so I got some organization done today, and y'all sat along with me. Thanks for body doubling me through my, if you don't know that, if you have ADD or ADHD, they talk about body doubling. Having people just be with you while you do stuff helps you get stuff done. These cute little markers. These cute little plant markers. And we're going to write shishito peppers on here. All right. And fix that so I can see y'all if y'all type anything down there. Up. What are they talking about? Super chats and all that. I don't know. I ain't worried about all that. These are my buddies. All right. Let's see how this writes. Shishito. Oh, nice. Oh, I like how this writes. Nice thick tip there. Good. Good. Make no jokes, please. Shito. Garache. PP46, just in case that means something. Today is what? The 13th, 14th? 14th. 6/14. All right. Look, I even made a label. And I'll lay it next to that. Cool. So, while I'm here, I want to try one other thing before I sign off. Y'all been so gracious. Y'all been a lot of fun today. Thank you. Thank you for letting me have some fun out here on this crazy day. Now I got to clean the garage. I made another mess. Dang it. One good mess deserves another, right? I made a mess with the dirt. I am looking for, maybe I don't have any out here. I was looking for another container I could start in. Here, we'll try these. This will work. I picked up these. These are from Keep On Growing, who is a 3D print guy who gardens hydroponically, and so he makes these as inserts to go in mason jars. This is the wide mouth. This is mostly what he sells now. I got a few of his narrow, regular mouth ones I want to try in the Classico jars. Thinking, use what you got. Use what you got. For as much as I buy, I still try to use what I got. But here's what I want to try. Because this worked really, 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 really well with my beans. I mean, really well with my beans. And so I'm going to do this and try to start some seeds right down in the leca. This would be a clay pebble. Where'd I put my little container? Here, so I don't make a mess, kind of like my sink here. I am gonna actually, let's go one better. Before I put the leca in here, I'm gonna soak it for a minute. Put some water in here. Let that soak down. Yeah. Hey, Sarah, welcome from Nebraska. So glad that you are here. Yeah, this was just like a weird live today. I needed to get some things done. I hadn't made a video in a while, and I thought, why not just turn the camera on and be my best unhinged self that I can? And so I've been resorting my seeds and things like that. So glad that you're here. What is it like in Nebraska? I don't know that I have talked to many people that are growing in Nebraska. What is your planting season like right there? Are you just now starting to put stuff out? Are you growing anything yet? Okay. Now, got those a little moist. I'm going to sprinkle a few more of these pepper seeds down in the leca. I just want to see if they'll sprout. Now, what I know that I have to do, if I'm going to do this, and I just put way too many, is I'm going to have to keep them moist. And so how I plan to do that is to put a wet paper towel over them. I'm looking around for one to see if I had one handy dandy. I threw one away earlier. Maybe I'll go dig in the trash. Can't use that one. I've got strawberries drying on that one. Please make me feel a little better. Is your stuff as chaotic as I am, or is it just me? And if it's just me, it's okay. I really don't, it doesn't bother me, honestly. It just is what it is. Yep. There we go. I got a clean paper towel. Yay. Clean enough for this purpose. I'm just going to soak it with some water, and I'm going to set it over the top of this, and then I'm going to put it under the grow lights too, and I'll keep that misted over as well with my my little mister, my mister. Trying to remember, was that Take These Broken Wings? Is that right? For my Gen X baddies in the audience. So y'all, I know I got a bunch of Gen X baddies in here. Hey, better late than never. Better late than never. For sure, Sarah. For sure. Well, Sarah, if you're just planting those out, we are starting a little pepper grow along. I started shishito. Michelle Swingle's going to start some shishito. She's in there. I think she's Urban Michelle or something like that on her channel. And if you want to join us for that, we'd love to have you join us. And we're going to start posting them in the community tab. Today I started some shishito garashis, and then I started some in dirt. And I'm also trying some in leca because I started my beans in the leca, and I don't think I ever shared with you guys how great it turned out. But the leca is this this stuff right here. It's clay pebbles, and so there was no dirt to shake off of the beans. I literally just poured it out, and my beans had these long, beautiful roots, and I just planted them, and they haven't seemed to care. It seems all okay. Last frost date is May 15th. First is September 20th. Wow. 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 So May 15th, we're harvesting, right? We're already harvesting stuff. Cool. So you have a really short season. What zone is that? Is that 5B? Would that be 5B? Sounds really similar to our Pennsylvania folks. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so now a couple of questions before I sign off, because I am going to need to go take a rest. Recovery has gone well, but I also don't want to be stupid, right? I don't need to be stupid. What did you like this format where I'm just as informal as all get out and I'm a little unhinged working in the garage? Because this is something maybe we could do again. Just let me know down in the comments if you would. And I know there's a good bit of delay. When I am in the house, there's very little delay, very little lag, because I'm hardwired connected to the router. The router is, 3 feet from my computer, but out here I'm all the way on the other side of the house. We're going over the Wi-Fi, and through the what is it? It used to be over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. It's over the rafters and through the insulation over to the Wi-Fi we go. All right. Okay, my friends. Well, I'm going to start wrapping this up here. I've been live for more than a minute, haven't I? Severe drought and wildfires. Summers are going to be hard. I usually act like we're 4B. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, just, I'm assuming where you are, mulching isn't something you normally do a whole lot of, but taking it from somebody in Florida where we have to watch the heat a lot and the droughts from time to time. Mulching with a nice straw might be good if you're not already mulching with that. I have found, however, that the snails also really, really love the straw mulch. And so that has been a big challenge for me in the garden this season. They ate half of my Asian wing beans. They have decimated my dragon fruit, and now we're restarting the dragon. Well, the frost and the snails have made the dragon fruit difficult. But I noted yesterday when I was out there that the dragon fruit is starting to put on some new growth, and I'm not seeing not snail trails, but just like how it looks when a snail eats on it, because the snail literally chews holes through my dragon fruit. It looks like somebody hit it with a BB gun or a shotgun. It's toom, 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 all these holes. So excellent. All right, I'm glad y'all like the chaotic. Please post a link to those hydroplanter things. Very interested in them. I like that we're together just chatting. Me too. I do like this format. I think what might happen, I can kind of do this whether it's out here or out in the yard or whatever from the phone, and I think it'll be okay. I guess the other question is, how has the signal been? I know that there is a lag, but has the signal been okay, or are you guys seeing a lot of waiting and max headroom stuff? Let me know that. Absolutely. Let me get a link to that, to his Etsy shop. It's Mike Van Doozy. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat while I'm here, if it will let me. The other day, it didn't want me to do that. And you could check out his channel, Keep On Growing. He is just super nice guy. Actually found out he is in my area here. He's the next city over. And so when I order for him, my stuff comes really, really fast. I have been very, very happy with it. I'm trying to find my little Etsy thing here. I have been very happy with it, honestly, and I will keep growing this, because part of it is that I can do some microgreens, and with that I can do all kinds of different microgreens. So whether it's the peas, which I've shown you guys, the other kind of sprouts. So I am currently retooling my office to also be a grow room, as it were, so that I can do some of this stuff in here. That's, again, another part of the challenge, is that the growing it that way in my office, I can't have the lights on while I'm in there because it's not good for my migraine. But Mrs. Michelle offered this suggestion. I thought it was great. And she said, well, you're not in your office the whole day. So when you're done in your office, your plants could just live at night with the light. And so I'll be having my timers set for the grow lights, or manually turning them on. So when I'm done working, flip on the grow lights, pull the door to, turn the fan on. And then in the morning when I get up, turn off the grow lights, cover my eyes, turn off the grow lights, and start working. So that might work really, really well. So let's see. How do I share his link? Here we go. Copy this. Let me throw this down in the chat for you there. There we go. If it let it show up, yeah, I think it did. Oh, thank you, Kim. I appreciate you letting me know that. Kim, just to tell you how I always see your name is I always see CPA instead of PCA. That's just my brain. So funny. So I'm glad it's been smooth. I'm glad it's been amazing. I just put in there the mason jar link to Mike Van Duzy. He's got a bunch of different stuff. I'm really, really excited, and I am testing some things. I've been testing some stuff to go along with what he's doing to try to make things. I can't make it any easier than what he's done. I mean, this is like super simple. Y'all want me to show you real quick before I go? You want me to show you what it looks like in the jar? Let me know. If so, I just have to go in and get a jar. I'll wait for a second before you tell me, because I have to walk in the house, and people may see me and my microphone's on, and I don't know how to mute it and unmute it, so. I'm really glad to hear that. It's gone smoothly. And then you're like wondering why I'm just sitting here. But I am waiting to see any chats come up. Y'all want me to go get that? I'm going to guess that y'all are going to say yes, because I know how lovely y'all are. I'll be right back. I'm sneaking through the house. It's still a dark cave in here. There are no other creatures milling about but me. This is really funny. All right, so I'm grabbing some stuff here. Y'all can't see me, but you probably can still hear me. So give a good giggle for me if y'all can still hear me while I'm rattling around in here. Oh, sorry. Oh my. I need to grab another ring. Oh, I need to grab the small one. See, this is why y'all can't let me leave the chat, because then I get distracted trying to figure out what I'm doing. Where'd the small one go? That's the big one. Must be in the other box. Don't know where the other box is. Y'all can laugh away in the chat. It's okay. Hey, wheat berries, imagine that. I thought I would check that out at the same time. I can't find the box right this minute. It's probably right in front of me, making fun of me, because that's what happens. But I don't see the last box that I just got in. I have the small ones. Okay, well, I can't demonstrate the small one for today, but I'll demonstrate the other one. Oh, no, that's not it. Maybe I can. All right, headed back to the garage. I know y'all can still hear me, so this is pretty funny. I think you can still hear me. How did the microphone do during all that? Did the microphone stay with me? Could y'all hear me yapping through the house and walking through the house, rambling and babbling? Yes, yes, angels, all right. Ah, postcard angels, I see. Oh, I collect postcards. Did you know that? I collect postcards just for Jacksonville, though. So, I grabbed one of the Classicos, but I did not end up with the small thing. I've set the box down somewhere. I know this is very surprising to y'all that I've set something down and can't find it. I'm grabbing a couple of other things to show you here because it's pretty cool, some of the stuff he's come up with. So this is Mike Van Doozy, and he is just a sweetheart. He does a Whatnot show. It's actually how I found my way over to Whatnot. So if y'all haven't been on Whatnot, I am going to be doing some shows over there. So he made this ring so that you can pop this in and that sits nicely on top of the jar, right? This one isn't necessarily made to use with leca, but you can. Literally, shoot, and it just falls down the jar if you don't have the ring. If you don't have the ring, you can also use just the regular ring that comes with it. Sits like that, nice in the jar. Just put your stuff in there, like your peas or what have you. I don't think I have any more peas out here. Put the peas in here, wet them down, cover it up. I usually just cover it with the lid, the extra insert, and moist them every day. As soon as you see any kind of roots starting to come out down here, you add your water. For the peas, you don't need any nutrients. For other things you do, but just fill it up just to below it so that the roots are not completely submerged, and it'll find its way down. And you can pretty much, on a quart jar like this, you can pretty much get a full grow, a big nice pea sprouts from that in such tiny space. I mean, you think about that, so that's really cool. He also has some, I was talking about the bottles. He sells some, this is like a commercial for him, but I'm just enamored with some of these processes. So this is designed to work with a Coke bottle of some kind or a soda bottle like this. This is filled up with water. In this case, you would have leca in a container. Go watch his videos. He does it way better. But you could fill this up and then you just flip this over in the container, cover it up with the leca, put your seeds in there, spritz them with water, cover it with foil until they sprout, and now you're growing microgreens that way, and he can grow them out pretty big. And for anything that's not peas, he does use a hydroponic solution. He talks about the master blend. If you've ever done hydroponics, there's a whole little thing you do with master blend with the 3 different things, and you got to do them in the right order. But for me, I'm just using the Maxi Grow stuff he recommended because it's one thing. I got to keep it simple. But I have to tell you, Mrs. Michelle has absolutely fallen in love with the pea sprouts. They have, and we get the speckled peas. You can get them from True Leaf, and they're, I mean, pretty cheap. Somebody could do some look there, you know, but see how much they are. But I feel like it was like $8 for a pound, but it's, you know, True Leaf seed quality, and it'll last a long time. This is a deeper one. He also has some that are more shallow. If you wanted to do broccoli sprouts or something where it doesn't need that little bit of extra support at the bottom. What's nice is you don't end up with mildew. There's that brain working. Mildew and molds down in there because you're keeping the inside of that dry. Once they start sprouting, it's all getting the water from the bottom. These holes are pretty big for the, see, I told y'all I've been playing with stuff while y'all been gone. I've been playing with this a lot because I could do this inside in short bursts. Put a little paper towel in here or a coffee filter or something to keep the broccoli seeds from falling through. And then same thing, when they start sticking out, add some water and add some nutrients on anything except the peas. But that is what that looks like. So let me see right here. I also get migraines. They are worse. You heard every pin drop. That is great. Sound is still great. Yeah, it's worth trying anything. Use them in a wicking pot. Yeah, and so he started out using the net pots. He has all kind of stuff. Actually, wouldn't this be funny? I see people take these containers. Oh, ideas, ideas. I see people take these containers and drill holes in them and put the net pots with the leca down in there for growing hydroponically. But they take them in really big totes. And some of them need pumps and sprays and all that kind of stuff. What I really like about this is because you're growing in such a small environment, when you're all done with this, these can't go in the dishwasher, but I have enough of them that I can rotate them, and then I run them through a pan of lightly bleached water just to clean them out. And then all of this, I just throw in the dishwasher. And I know you're not technically supposed to put your rings in the dishwasher, but I do it anyway because I'm growing food, and the rust is less worrisome for me than having the thing fall in the jar. So there's that. There is that. I like doing unusual stuff and just trying stuff because you just never know what's going to work, right? And obviously I've spent a lot of money on seeds, but at the same time, if I can figure out things that I can grow more food for my family, I can have fun, I can share ideas with you all, it's worth it. But I mean, seriously, I did try with coriander. It did not turn out well. I'm going to try it again with coriander. In fact, let's try it now while I'm here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Look at us. I'm not soaking them or anything first, which is what I should do. So no, we're not doing it. I lied. They need to soak for 6 hours first before I do that, or 12 hours, or overnight. But not for more than 24 hours because your seeds will drown. Did you know you can drown your seeds? I did not know that until I did it. So there is that. Y'all, I got to call it an afternoon. This has been a lot of fun. Y'all have made this a lot of fun. Thank you for putting up with my craziness. I'm going to have to clean a little bit more of this up because I spilled some soil and stuff. And Mrs. Michelle doesn't mind me making a mess as long as I don't leave a mess. So there is that. And yes, use the tub and the cups. That would be perfect, right? These would be, you could do some really small grow with this. You're doing something small. What I'm trying to figure out, I keep trying to say goodbye, but I keep having more to say. I'm trying to figure out how to grow brassicas indoors when it's not brassica season. Because we eat a lot. We would eat even more, but we eat a lot of stir fry. So pak choy, bok choy, Chinese cabbage, Napa cabbage, all of those things. And I would like to have it fresh. And I think the only way I'm going to do that is to grow it hydroponically and indoors. Because even indoors, the temperatures I keep the house at are a little high. I keep it at 73, 74, but that's still on the high end for the brassicas to keep them from bolting. So very cool. All right, my friends, say your goodbyes in the chat. I'm going to watch for them, and I am going to start cleaning up while this is running to the end. And love you guys. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me this afternoon. And you be good and stay out of trouble. Okay? Let's put the stool up. Let's put the stool back where the stool belongs. How about that? Start stacking the containers with the right containers. These will all go back in the house because they're clean and ready to grow. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kim. I am on the mend. I feel so much better. I feel so much better. And I appreciate y'all waiting on me to get back to the garden and share stuff with you. But I'm going to try this week to do a little garden tour, just walking around. I did one without music last month, but I kind of like yapping about what's growing on out there. So we'll see. We'll see. I've got these lids. I started stacking these lids in the right place. Look at me being all efficient and stuff. All right. I'm really leaving. Bye. Oh, I have to end the live over there. here we go.